there would be no Spike if there were no me. So you can't say like, well, Eddie hasn't done enough because, hey, you here, ain't you? You know, that's basically the way I feel about it. I'm an actor, and when people come to see my films, they don't come to see the revolution, they come to laugh, you know? And if I could do something on the subliminal tip that a person can see something and take something with them, that's cool, but I can't, you know, in my movies go, wake up! I can't do that, you know. That's not my thing.
There's that laugh.
Yeah, there you go. That's the Murphy laugh. But yeah, so my question is, how long is it going to continue that when you are a black celebrity put into a prominent position, you have to be a spokesperson for all black people?
Anyways, okay, can I say that first part again? I'm sorry. I was stuck in a thought and I realized you were talking.
Oh my goodness. Okay, because I can't remember what I was going to say. All right. Basically, what I'm asking is, at what point do you start to represent yourself and not your race as a black American?
As black American or black American in the public eye?
Black American in the public eye. Nobody cares about no, Black American in the public eye. When do you become yourself and not your race?
In this country, I don't think you ever really do. I think it takes individuals looking upon the star, looking upon the public figure to change their perception. I don't think it's up to them to change. Now, of course, they like he's doing, like you can vocalize that you're in a nice way sick of it. You know, it reminds me of Mindy Kaling. A few years ago, she got in trouble or in a little hot water because I think she said she preferred white men or something like that. And then that kind of caused, you know, the general public to then tear apart how, like, yeah, in all her shows, she's always dating a white man and, you know, she wants to be white and blah, blah, blah. And then the question kind of came up around that of, like, at what point? I think she did an interview. I might be remembering this totally incorrectly. But I thought she did an interview addressing that she represents herself, not her race. The people didn't, you know, the public didn't take that perception and say, well, you know, she is just one person. She has a preference. She's going to have preferences. They took it as, you represent all of India or the Middle East or wherever she's from. And that's so not cool. You don't like your race. You don't like yourself and like all this other stuff. The same thing if a black person dates a white person just in regular life. It's always like this, everyone else looking upon the relationship is like, it's like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, nothing. I just like this person. I just like them. Or I have a type. You know what I mean? Like everyone gets to have, but in public eye, you know, these people are like put on a pedestal and they're supposed to do all this song and dance. And the moment they step out of line, the facade cracks and people get upset about it. And instead of being like, this is a human person with opinions and whatever, instead they're taking it as, hey, yo, Eddie, you know, you the first black, da-da-da-da, or you're the major black, da-da-da-da, like you're representing all of us. And so why put all that pressure on that person, especially if in their work they are representing as well? Or,
well, that
you know,
person came from an area that he saw more talent than just himself. So I feel like maybe back then, some black Americans felt like white people don't see our actual talents and our gifts, and we have to be, you know, extremely talented to the point of no return before we finally get noticed. So because Eddie can actually see that talent every day, he could see somebody working at McDonald's that he knows could be a singer. He could see somebody working at Dunkin' Donuts that he knows, you know, could be the greatest dancer. So because he has their ear, he needs to promote how great we actually are.
but how would that still fall on him though?
Because
you have dreams over here.
He has the attention.
But what does it have to do with you? He's in the public eye with good intention, good intention and attention. he's inspiring you to be artsy or, chase a dream outside of your norm, environment. How is that not enough? Why does he then have to, like, in him being himself and doing his work, he is inspiring you, whether he meant to or not. He did it to you or someone you know, or to the next come up person in Hollywood that's also black or also whatever. He did it. He did that by being himself. So what's the issue?
Well, I don't know Spike's point because obviously it's just a clip, but I think at that time Spike was doing more for black people's type movies, whereas Eddie was doing more for a general audience type of movies. And maybe like, Nutty Professor or something like that would kind of be taken as caricature black or blackface or, just a sideshow. Whereas Spike Lee's doing Do the Right Thing, he's doing Malcolm X, he's doing movies about, his actual culture. And I guess Eddie's obviously response was, without me, you wouldn't be doing nothing. So.
He's also been Old Boy.
Oh, no, we're not counting that. This is, way before he ruined that movie. But, I just feel like I think when you're not actually in the seat, it's easier to say what you would and what you could and what you should do. But until you're actually day to day dealing with different kind of people, you start to see everything in a different light. You may grow up and think white people are the devil and they're always just going to keep you down. Then you start to hang around them and you're like, oh no, they're just like us. They just have their own different way of growing up. Same thing with Asian, or Chinese or whatever. They just everyone has their own culture. And it doesn't mean that they're necessarily, even though they were to us, obviously, very, very, very damaging to our entire being. The people that are here now or even in that time had nothing to do with that. So you kind of have to temper your feelings and your expectations when you hear about what people did in history and not the people that you need today. But that's not here nor there. I don't know why I went off on that tangent. Point being, I think it's a huge responsibility for any black, openly public celebrity when it comes to black issues. And it's like, I'm only one person. How much of the world can I solve? Well, they're listening to you. They see you in the movies. You can talk about that. Like, just because I talk about it doesn't mean it's going to change.
Right? And you're also, like, MLK was obviously an activist and all these other great things, but essentially, I guess for how we talk to him, refer to him, and everything else, he's a celebrity in a way. Back then, I'm sure he was very much a celebrity. When he came on your streets, like, go snaps.
Yeah, it's MLK. Yeah.
So, like, there's differences. MLK, his celebrity was rooted in his work and his activism. Eddie Murphy's celebrity is rooted in his creativity and talent in a Hollywood entertainment space. So why are you holding, this is an example, of course, Eddie Murphy to MLK standards?
Because you saw the same things that MLK saw. You saw the same things that Malcolm saw.
But Eddie's not Martin. Not only is he not Martin just because they're different people, but literally because he is celebrity for Hollywood. MLK was celebrity for activism or historical figure, really. The definitions can cross. The bottom line is like, why are you holding him to a standard? He didn't come out and say I'm an activist and then just start folding and doing comedies. Like, no.
Right.
He's been who he's been. Why are you trying to apply pressure? That's weird to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Their opinion holds a lot of weight, like when Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala and stuff. Like, obviously that's a big boom, But the fact that people were possibly even pressuring Taylor Swift or any other celebrity to talk about Palestine, to talk about, these things, it's like they might not even know. Like, they might be just as overloaded as the majority of us are in general public, gen pop. But we're scrolling and we're just seeing, murders and, corruption here. Oh, funny cat. And then, oh, someone been bullied for being obese. And then you keep going. Like, it's just overload.
Yeah.
They can be just as overloaded and with a busy career that we obviously see they have. And you're upset when they don't know every point and bullet point to a, trendy social issue and then coming out and studying on their free time and coming back to the public and saying, "This is what I decided." And it's like, why do we don't need that?
Yeah, why having your own family? Why having your own problems? Why having your own money issues? Yeah, they expect a lot, but because they figure that you're in a position that no one else can actually be in, you should be grateful.
Oh, because you're closer to God.
Yeah,
You should know everything, have the correct opinion, and carry yourself accordingly.
Yep.
No,
Damn.
celebrities are just human beings.